Good morning from Sweden. I hope you are well. So this is me recording from a new location. So I'm staying temporarily with my parents for a few days before I head off to Lisbon. But today is the 23rd of February 2026 and this is the I Ching reflection for today. So today is the first step into the new, leaving the old behind. We'll see what comes up. Well, that's the case for me anyway. I would love to hear what's going on in your life as well. Please comment and let me know. See how much this resonates with other people. Okay, it would be lovely. So I'm trying to straighten this up. I'm actually sitting on my bed here early in the morning, trying not to wake anybody up. So let's start immediately. So we're starting by bringing ourselves into the present moment. We're doing that by emptying our lungs out fully and then continue to breathing in and out through the nose into the stomach, feeling it expand with each breath in and contract with each breath out. Keep your focus on the expanding stomach. And the expansion starts from the lower dantian at your energy center, which is 3 fingers below the navel and 3 fingers in. So I'm just going to correct the camera a little bit. It keeps dipping down. I've attached it to the mattress and the mattress keeps moving. Anyway, let's start. So what are the energies today and how do we best navigate them in order to have the best, smoothest way forward as possible? Heaven, earth, fire, water, mountain, thunder, windward, mountain, lake. So we got water. I was thinking that I was actually going to ask us to breathe into the kidneys because water energy, as we've got water below. Yeah, it's very watery. Now seeing the depth, replenishing, restoring, going deep, restoring, keeping the energies, right? So it's a winter energy. So how are the energies around us today and how do we best navigate them in order to have the smoothest way forward as possible? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, windward, mountain, lake. So we have lake. So first we can do it. And lake. So we do can. So lake over water, we have this, yeah. We are tired, right? The lake has drained, is empty. So all the water is beneath the lake, right? So, and that's true, yesterday it's been tough times over the last few months, right? Coming to this, culminating in this. So let's see which line is changing. So first 6, second 9. third 6, fourth 9, fifth 9 is changing. So which means we have thunder over water. Thunder over water. So it's shaking us up. So it's another one of those days. We just need to see through past the exterior, going deep. But we do have this thunderous, shocking without, water within can. So they were being asked to stay still within and to replenish and restore, to restore our energies, to keep our energies, staying out of trouble, really. Don't keep butting in. So let's see, yang, yin, yang, so that's fire. Yang, yin, yang, and then we've got yin, yang, which is wind. So wind, gentle over brilliance. So illuminating, it's like in the distance is illuminating, and it's more of a gentle movement. So zun, wind, wood, it's more of a gentle movement. Do you imagine a tree when the wind is blowing and the tree swaying slightly? It doesn't go unless it's a full storm, right? It just sways, it bends, it moves, right? A tree trunk is hard, but it's also movable, right? It's also bendy, it sort of shifts. So it's not like a rock that is just solid. It does have some movement, but it's gentle. And then but here where we're moving into is more of a shock and more of a taking action, moving forward. It's like that's a movement as well, Chen, right? But it's more of a shocking, it's more of a strong movement. But here in the distance with this, the illumination of, we're starting to see through the darkness, right? The kan is darkness. Kan and li are the opposite. It's like kan is yin and li is yang. Yang is lighting up, and then kan is darkness. So right now we're still in darkness, so we cannot see entirely clearly, which means that we have to go within. And this is the inner gua. Go within to restore our energies, to keep our energies so we don't lose our energies. So it's really important to not getting drawn into any drama around you, okay? Because the drama is coming. But the lake is speaking about a strong inner center, like being strong within and then radiating joy without. So the lake is speaking of joy, and this is true joy that comes from within. That is not, it doesn't come from, you know, something fun going on around us, right? It's like this true joy within we're speaking about here. So that we radiate out and then envelop everyone else with it, right? And then this inner depth. So let's have a look at these. Okay, so we've got doi and then kan, which is 47. Doi, kan, 47. It's the main energy. And then we've got chen and then kan, which is 40. Moving into, changing into, it's the strongest. That's where we are in the process of this one. More specifically, and then we got Zun and Li, I think is quite low down. Zun Li is 37. So let's move to that quickly, and immediately actually. So 46 growing upward. 47 exhausting, yeah. It's been difficult time, so we are exhausting. We are exhausted, and we must make sure that we don't keep on we don't keep on actually draining ourselves. And it's very important, don't get drawn into drama or work or among friends or in your family or something. Don't get drawn in. It's not your thing. Just leave it out. If there's drama going on around you, it's not about you. Just leave it out. Allow it to play out as it should. Don't get involved, okay? So let's have a look. We've got relief because we're moving into relief here. So Zen rain can, which is, so we were speaking about here. Let's see, can you see it here? So Zen thunder over rain, right? So thunder, when a big thunderstorm comes in, so that's rain. When a great big thunderstorm comes in, there will be relief. Okay, it clears the sky, and all of a sudden we can breathe again. Like there's all this heaviness of the pressure from above, right? From the thick clouds and the pressure from the air pressure, right? It's been cleared up, and we can breathe again. So that's coming relief. So that's wonderful. And the relief comes from not getting involved. So let's have a look at this one. Is wood. The next one is coming up, and that is household. Which is wood. Household, favorable for a woman to be steadfast and upright. And household is speaking more. So this is more of a distant, advanced squad. It's not that effective right now, but it's still there, right? It is some sort of effect on us, but not so strong, right? Like the main energy here. This is, but it's sort of underlying energy. It's hidden. And this one is household. To speak about a family, but it's also speaking about government or all kinds of groupings of people. So here it says, okay, someone asked Confucius, Master, why are you not engaged in the government? Confucius said, what does Shu Qin, the oldest of the Chinese classics, say about piety? Oh, filial piety. Nothing but filial piety. If one is filial, one is able to show brotherly love. If these qualities can be maintained in a family, they will also be exercised in governing. Why must one be engaged in government? I think here, speaking about, we don't have to be on the top level. We don't have to be in government. We don't have to be in, the leader or something in order to be of influence, right? If we can just show brotherly or sisterly, sisterly love or love, then these qualities can be, and if that can be maintained in a small group, then that will radiate outwards. It's like the lake is speaking about here, like the inner joy that will radiate outwards, and then it will affect other people. So if you radiate joy, or if you irradiate kindness or compassion, and that will affect other people in that way, and then they will radiate this as well, and it will spread, right? So you can lead by example from a lowest position. You don't have to be in leadership, right? So in the household, so if you are within a small group of people, being a great inspiration by your conduct, right? That you cultivated your merit, your virtue, and then so your conduct is exemplary, right? You are kind and courteous and compassionate, and you are a true leader, but you have strong boundaries. This is not being walked all over, right? You have strong boundaries, but you're a strong person. But this is what you radiate, and joy as well, and peace and contentment. Then this will affect everyone around you, and then this will radiate outwards, so they can also find strength in this, and then they can start radiating this, okay? So you don't have to be at top level. Many times maybe it's better to be right in the lowest rung, right? And yesterday, one who is injured abroad is sure to return home. Thus, after brilliance injured, household follows. And yesterday we had brilliance injured as the main energy. Okay, and that means it's talking about not seeing clearly. And then also, not one, the sun is setting, you know, and it has set below the earth, right? So you cannot see clearly, but also you shouldn't show your brilliance show on the sight, you know. And this is the continuation about this one, right? You should hide your brilliance, your brilliant mind, hide it, right? You don't have to put it out there for everybody to see just how clever you are. You just go about your day and do your thing for the benefit of all beings, not to seek recognition. Like the whole world is full of, we should just be seen. Look at all these TV shows with the docus, you know, all this Big Brother and all this. It's just all about being seen, you know, and it has no substance, really. It doesn't. It's just about look at me, look at me, look at me, right? So we must hide our brilliance. And this continues, right? We return home. And here it's also speaking about it. We don't have to be the top leader. We don't have to be the top leader in order to be, you know, of influence. Maybe we're better influenced just by being at the lowest rung, being kind and courteous, right? That would have the same effect. So let's move to exhausting. So this is the main energy for now. And we have been burning our candle in both ends, okay? Exhausting, which is metal, cutting away. No, metal. That's, okay, exhausting. We need to look at relief later on. Yeah. Kun means difficulty and hardship. It suggests a difficult position or situation. In ancient times, it meant being surrounded by enemies, poverty-stricken, extremely tired, or exhausted. When the growing upward goes on without stopping, surely one will become exhausted. Then after growing upward, exhaustion follows. Okay, we have done a lot of work, right, lately. There's been a lot of shifts and changes. We've been going through a lot of things lately. So we are exhausted. Does this mean that we are going to stop? No, it doesn't. But we have to slow down and nourish ourselves, okay? Because we've been leaking energy. And make sure we don't leak more energy. And this is what Khan is speaking about as well, this replenishing. We have to go to the well and replenish ourselves with this fresh spring water that, you know, is coming up from the earth after a day's toil. But then we continue, but we're not moving forward in a really fast way. Look, so in an exhausting situation, one must still seek prosperity and smoothness and remain steadfast and upright. Only the great person possesses these traits, which will bring about good fortune. In the spirit of the I Ching, an extremely exhausting situation bears the seed of great regeneration. The sage accepts every situation with faith and ease. Not many people understand and believe this truth. So this is just something we're going through. We're going to remain steadfast and upright and moving forward to seek prosperity and smoothness, okay? And this is seeking smoothness in this situation that we're not getting involved in all dramas, right? Because that's going to continue exhausting us. We just remain steadfast and upright and just taking a step back. Exhausting, prosperous and smooth, being steadfast and upright, great person, good fortune, no fault. There are words not believed. Yeah, so actually maybe not speak too much, step back. Allowing things to unfold as they do without too much interference from us. We don't have to interfere more. So commentary on the decision, exhausting, the firm is covered. Facing danger, still be joyous. This is the lake is speaking. And the kan is danger, right? Water is danger, but we are still joyous. In an exhausting situation, one does not lose prosperity and smoothness. Only the superior person is able to do this. So we've been cultivating our virtue, and we've been working on ourselves, and we've been working on grounding ourselves. So this we still take with us, like this, grounding ourselves into Mother Earth, you know, remaining steady and responding to the situation, whatever is going on around us. But we're not going to do much more than that, okay? But we do not lose our prosperity and smoothness. You know, we continue on our way. But we're not getting involved, okay, in drama. Being steadfast and upright. Only the great person possesses these traits. He will bring about good fortune because he is firm and central. There are words not believed. He who considers his words important falls into exhaustion. Okay, if you think, yeah, this is the time to stay silent, right? Maybe it's not, of course you can speak, but what we say, he who considers the words important falls into exhaustion. If we keep on repeating ourselves and getting ourselves involved and we're not being heard, well, then we're just exhausting ourselves. So we're not doing that anymore. We did that in the past, but we're not doing that anymore. So commentary on the symbol, lake without water, an image of exhausting. In correspondence with this, the superior person spares no effort in fulfilling his inspiration. Yeah, and here it's still, speaking about it, although we are exhausted, but we are still continuing. We're not stopping here, right? We're not just falling into some deep depression. Stopping here because we need to move forward out of this situation that we are and into what's new, okay? So despite the exhaustion, we are moving forward. So let's have a look at the changing line, which is the 5th line. Nose and feet are cut off, exhausted with scarlet kneecaps. Gradually and slowly there is joy, favorable to use them for ceremonial offerings. Nose and feet are cut off. He does not fulfill his aspiration. Gradually and slowly there is joy. The line is straight and central, favorable to use it for ceremonial offerings. He will receive blessings. So this gua discusses the way to deal with an extremely difficult time and situation. So we are here now, right? But this is guiding us on how to deal with it. So the virtues and the wise might fall into destitute situation, but it is only a temporary condition, okay? This will change as well. This is just a passing moment in time. So don't give up right now. Now is not the time to give up, because then all the hard work that we've done will just be for nothing, right? Now we need to continue moving forward, and we need to remain at peace and kind and courteous and compassionate and not getting involved, okay? There are two primary types of exhaustion, from insufficiency and from excess. This element is exhausted from neither of this, but instead of because his aspirations cannot be fulfilled. This place is a young element at the young place, central and correct. Being in a supreme position, he wants to give rein to his noble will. However, he is surrounded by the yin elements at the top and the 3rd place. These yin elements are high-ranking officials whose knees appear scarlet because they are cloaked in imperial robes. So he's there, right? He is restricted by them, as if his nose and feet were to be cut off. Nevertheless, he is central and correct and in the middle of the upper gua, joy. The Yao text says, gradually and slowly there is joy, okay? We are moving forward, we are moving towards joy, right? Under normal condition, it is inauspicious when the 5th line does not correspond to the 2nd line. It doesn't, right? So it's young. But at an exhausting time, the situation changes. If both young are sincere and truthful, as one is in making ceremonial offerings, they are able to support each other. In the end, they will receive blessings. The 5th and 2nd lines show that the wise handle a trying situation with calm and ease, as in offering a sacrifice with devotion. They proceed slowly with self-confidence. They understand that joy will come gradually if they remain hopeful and have faith, right? And our offerings now, so even if you don't do a ceremonial offering, the offering is your help and support, right, in whichever situation you are. Your wisdom, using your wisdom. But don't exhaust yourself. Don't get involved in dramas and don't get into arguments. If things doesn't go your way, if you put out something like a suggestion and it's not taken, well, then just let it go. Don't exhaust yourself by trying to prove a point or something. That's pointless. It's just going to drain you. This is, at the moment, we cannot achieve our aspirations, right? But this is only temporary. We are moving forward, but it's going slowly. But slowly, if we remain peaceful and calm, we will achieve our aspirations, okay? So now is not the time to stop. So we are cutting away. Metal is getting clarity and seeing things clear, and cutting away everything that dilutes our view or obscure our view, okay? So let's have a look at relief. So then we are moving into relief eventually. So things cannot remain in hardship without end. Thus, after hardship, relief follows. Yeah, and it will come. We just need to remain steadfast and upright, okay? Moving forward. Like this thunder, there is a big thunder cloud is coming in here and we can feel the pressure, right? The pressure is exhausting us. But the thunderstorm is coming and then will release, and then with it comes rain and it will release all the pressure and we will get relief, okay? And then be able to move forward faster. Let's have a read the commentary of the symbol. Rolling thunder with heavy rain, an image of relief. In correspondence with this, the superior person pardons mistakes and deals gently with misdeeds. And we had this, I think it was yesterday or a few days ago, relief. Yeah, we do not judge. We don't judge, right? And we are not pushing forward and we're not trying to prove a point here, okay? We allow people to make their mistakes because there's nothing we can do. At the moment, we're in a situation that we cannot control. And if we're trying to control it, we're just going to exhaust ourselves. So, but we are remaining steadfast and upright. We're moving forward. And here, household, right? It's the, which comes also from the brilliance injured yesterday. It's like a hide our brilliance. We don't have to, people don't have to see that we know what we're doing, right? They don't. That's only ego. We need to let go of that. So we hide our brilliance, our mind. We hide our brilliance at the time being now, even with the household. Like the leadership doesn't have to come from a government place. If you are if you lead yourself well, right, kindness and compassion and cultivating this joy from inside, then you can share this with the world. And then will spread then across the world. So you don't have to be in government in order to be a great inspiration. Many times it's the opposite. Okay, anyway, so that's the reading for today. I hope it was of benefit and I'm wishing you a beautiful day ahead.